My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is May 24th, 2026. It is 6:12 a.m. I didn't record anything yesterday. I was not feeling well. I think on Friday, the last time I recorded something, I don't know if I left it on the recording. I was saying that I didn't feel too good. And then later on in the day, I went to a meeting. And then after the meeting, I just came back with a headache, just completely out of it. And yesterday, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a break. There's a lot of things I needed to do, not just do a recording. I just stay off computer online completely. I didn't even post anything on my community board. And this morning, I was like, you know what? Let me just do something. Let's see what's happening on X. So we're just going to go over some stuff. Let's go on X. I took a while to put the list together. So I'm going to have two videos, one on this channel, APTS Sussex, and one on PYTE. So we're doing the APTS Sussex first. This is on the list, but for APTS for PYTE. Alright, first tweet. Alright, so I record this by itself because this is a better version. I have that same recording, but it seems like it was a recording of a recording while it was being played on TV. So I record that again. I have it by itself whenever I mention it. So this is Prince Philip. The greatest threat to the monarchy are its most ardent supporters. So let's listen. 13 seconds only.
Most of the monarchies in Europe were really destroyed by their greatest and most ardent supporters. It was the most reactionary people who somehow or other tried to hold on to something without letting it develop and change. Most of them.
Yeah, I think Prince Philip knows this better than anybody because he was supposed to be the king of two countries, Greece, and what was the other country? They still have a monarchy over there. What's the name of the other country? And Denmark, I believe. All right, so from Greece, they got rid of his parents. So, I mean, he was a baby at that time. I don't think he remembered any of it, but due to history and record keeping, so I'm sure he learned about it. All right, he really looks like Harry. In this case, is the sycophantic press. That family, even when there is a cost of living crisis, never miss a front page, and they all say how great they are. Bullseye. Its supporters, coupled with all the British media and establishment, they are fantastically undoing the monarchy without the Republicans trying. That's a good way of putting self-sabotage, self-destruction. Alright, next tweet. Fab 4. Why did I put Fab 4? Okay. The Wags needs to quit promoting the feud between WanK, William and Kate, and Harry and Meghan, because William and Kate will never feature in the lives of Sussexes. Harry and Meghan have moved on. They are focused on building their family and empire while William and Kate with KP, aided by the Wags, remain living in the past. That's gonna be a huge revolution, I would say, not just in the UK, also in the US and many other countries where these rich and powerful are suppressing the voice, the lives of the people. So it's starting to happen in the US. This is my opinion, by the way. And I think the other countries, the other European countries, let's say Spain, for instance, and it may not seem like that, okay, on the surface. All right, on the surface, it may not seem like that, but I think they are invested because for some reason, I feel like people who need things to be done, they just pay the government, the US government, to do it for them. So some of those other countries are staying back, pretending they're not part of it. But at the end of the day, whatever's happening in the US and in the UK, it's gonna explode altogether at once. From the beginning, from the very beginning, you will hear me say some crazy. Yeah, it does sound crazy. I see the parallel between the US and the UK. So there's gonna be a huge tug of war. The tug of war is happening, but it's like on the surface. But at the end of the day, I don't know. We will see. Let's wait and see. Alright, let's see here. Everyone has moved on. I'm blocking gossip feeders from both directions. I skimmed the LA Times because I'm a Californian and interested in my state. Contact between the next generation may or may not happen. Legislative republic possible. Exactly, well said. We have all moved on apart from those idiots. Exactly. Alright, let's go to the next one. Next one. I don't know. So this is making reference to the LA Times, I guess, based on the comment here. I don't know what was said on the papers. But basically, the US papers have pretty much become like the UK type of tabloid. Before, in the US, it was National Enquirer, where people, you know, we will see it at the checking aisle on your way, you know, paying your grocery store, your grocery things. You will see at the end of it, but people didn't pay attention to them. But now it seems like all respected papers, newspapers, New York Times, New York Post. Well, New York Post. People didn't really give too much fuel to it, too much credential for some reason. And so many other, was it New York Times or New York Post or something like that? That's the one, New York Post, I think. They didn't really give it too much credential. But definitely National Enquirer, people didn't pay too much attention to them because it was like a gossip type of thing. But it seems like all papers, including newspapers that were respected, are becoming like a tabloid type of things in the US. Okay, this is the next tweet. Are you effing kidding me? So this is, I believe this is new. So he's just pretending. Look at with his suit and everything. Look all serious. At least put a different clothes to show that you really come to work. Oh my God, the hand. Oh, so that's why. Oh, there's some tweet that I have that the squad are making reference to the pedicure. Oh my Lord. Alright, there's me here. The pattern. Fly wherever his football team is playing. Next time, dazzle the public with some BS engagement. Repeat. 6 people like it. Let's pause this. Okay, that tracks, LOL. There's that. Performative yet at display. Let's not be deranged like the video shows him holding the nail till it was in the far enough to let go. This is after he let it go. Okay, so there was a video. I don't know. And he needs a helmet for this. How ridiculous. Let's not be deranged. Okay, I just read this. I don't know. I'm just sharing with you. But what I saw some of the squad are talking about are the pedicure. This is one of them. Ew, why do they all have such filthy looking fingers and toes? I honestly can't eat anything from their household. There's that. This is the stuff of nightmare. So whose hand is that? Oh, that's probably Charles. Oh yeah, there it is. His name is there, Charles. And who's this? Oh my Lord, my Lord, my Lord. But the women at least should be slightly different. They don't have time for that. Oh Lord, this is William right now. Close up. The squad are ridiculous. Don't mess with them. I was told once that looking unkempt and haggard, including halberd teeth, was a staple amongst aristocrats. It is why it is so common amongst them. Oh my Lord. Have they never heard of nail brushes? Charles has an excuse as a kindergartner. The others, I'm not so sure. Maybe it's time for the royal appointment of a manicurist. So Kate's nail scraping were part of the pasta making ingredient. This is why they have to wear gloves, hand cream and face moisturizer. He needs some advice from Sir Beckham. My God, if that's what their public bits look like, what the hell is going on under their cover bit. It looks like he bites his nails. Oh, William. Whatever. Let's move on. Oh my God, I have more tweets talking about their pedicure and manicure. There's this here. Prince William is not gushing about his wife being the love of his life. It is for the labor she provides. No wonder Kate's feet and fingers look like this. Catherine, the Princess of Wales, is a very neglected woman. Oh my. I'm telling you, the squad or something. He probably think he's being romantic. Yeah, he is the type of man who will buy you a vacuum for Mother's Day or Valentine. He is a type of man who will buy you a vacuum for Mother's Day or Valentine. Let me see what this one. Or a birthday. I like when the squad are adding insult to injury. She added, or a birthday. Oh my Lord. Those toes are a result of wearing tight shoes for hours, forcing shoes not well suited for her feet. Ugh. Oh, the pain. Oh Lord. There's that. Please feel free to point out any lies. 1000% times better than yours. Yucks. How do you know whoever is behind the computer their feet look like in comparison to what you're seeing? Alright, so there's that. Let's go to the next one. Okay, I think this is a TikTok video. Alright, let's pause this. Prince William's temper. Prince William's temper reportedly terrifies his father, King Charles. I think, oh my God, yeah, I did this already because it's 9 minutes and 31 seconds. It's too long. I do not want it to be too long. This video to be too long. I'm already long enough. I think I did this on my last recording. Let me pause and see something. Okay, I'm not sure which recording I have it on. Maybe this one that doesn't have a thumbnails. But I remember recorded it and I went to pee when it was recorded. Alright, so I'm not gonna go over it again. Let's skip it. I think I did. Let's save this wonderful observation for future deranged voters and people suffering from Meghan derangement syndrome. Just for the record, Meghan was and still being bullied and that effing family, period. Alright, so that's that. I'm not gonna play it. Go on my last recording. 1 or 2 videos prior, I recorded it already. And if you want me to go over that again, let me know. Or just go on her TikTok video. Okay, she's on TikTok. Someone took it from TikTok and put it on X, so I don't want to go over it again. Next one. Alright, so there's this here. It seems like, I really don't know what was happening, but it seems like they were talking about Mike Tindall. So I have several tweets regarding Mike Tindall. Irrelevant Mike Tindall, husband of Zara, in a radio interview said about Prince Harry, I knew him when he was fun. Tindall, Prince Harry, is still fun with those he chooses to associate with. You're now bully boy's pal. He seems like a lot of fun, not? Okay, so this is what happened. He went on, but that sounds like something that happened before. Did he go on radio and talk about it again? But the squad went at it. There's a couple of tweets about him. I think part of why many were happy to be around the drunk Harry is because they got to look down on him. They got to see themselves as better than the drunk royal. They got to ridicule him and tell their friends about the loser prince. It was their chance to feel superior to him. If that's the case, that's very sad. Very, very sad. And I really think they were, this is not the first time I've said it as my opinion. I really think they were giving him thanks to not be himself. And at the same time, he was trying to change. I really do think he was trying to change, but they keep on pulling him down because this is the box that they wanted him to be. To look lesser than, even though in terms of hierarchy, he was lesser than William, but they wanted him, his personality, everything about him to be completely lesser than, while he was trying to uplift himself. And many times, I don't remember where he said it, could have been in his book, I'm not sure, you guys could correct me, but I truly feel like whenever he does his engagement for the royal family, he will fly to Africa just to get away from those people, because he read them very well. But in a way, I guess time was testing him to be prepared until he meet Meghan. Okay, so there's the response to this. Yes, and now he has sorted out his mental health issues and has come back fighting, showing his intelligence. He now shows them up as the stupid ones. Alright, so he was fun when he was drunk or high. Got it. I know, stupid people. They use his antics to make themselves look good, and now he's in a good place and actually contributing effectively to much needed policy changes they are threatened. Alright. There's one original tweet that a video that came out. It was a father, I think he was, I could be wrong, either an Indian, stood in front of a TV like that doing it in a hamper basket with his kids in front of it and then doing the movement, and then I've seen several different versions of it. Alright, so that's an ad. Let's go to the next one. And many people are copying that original version. Still about Tindall. This is how the former rugby player treats his close friends that aren't his wife. There's the laugh here. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is very old. I think he was like on a gas station or something, and it was caught on a, what do you call this camera? Surveillance camera. She tripped and fell onto his tongue. Mike's word bothers me. Why is he so upset and obsessed with Harry's new life? Well, remember, William wants people to be on his side. But this is the thing I don't like about the UK. The blind leading the blind. So to please William, because William is going to be king, and he wants to be in a good space with William, so he has to say that. But the thing is that some people are not standing up for what's right. That's the problem. They let stupid people run the country, including the US. Look who we have as a president. Does he have a mission or complicity to break up his marriage? Harry should be wary of him. If one day he finds himself in a bar or at a party with him, so as not wake up with another woman in his bed. This was his ex-girlfriend, who he was snuggling in the pub 6 weeks after he married Zara. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. And also the women as well. I'm sure they know. Well, this tweet allegedly said that was his ex-girlfriend. Respect yourself and the other woman. Even though I don't know, I really don't know. Mike Tindall's loser, a user, and a sex pest. Straight trash. As I'm reading this, I'm thinking there was a show he went. Was it on Australia? The way he was touching one of the contestants. I remember talking about it in one of my videos. That is fun for him, and he wants Harry to join him and having so much fun. The cheater that brought shame to Zara, but they're still together. Again, the self-respect so many women over there seems to not get. Self-respect. Both the ex-girlfriend and Zara. If that was me, that would be it. Understandable that Prince Harry is no longer considered fun to him if this photo is indicative of his idea of fun. Straight after his honeymoon. Okay, allegedly. Fun though, eh? Let's get to the next tweet. Will and Tindall. A lot of the squad were talking about it. So there's more. Harry proves that royal men don't have to be by default cheat on their wives, and he drives those who remain crazy. There's William at a bar. That's when he was dancing. There's a video I show on one of my recent, maybe the last recording. William was dancing somewhere. Was it in Switzerland, I believe? Alright, let's continue. And when William was pictured in Verbier after ditching Kate and the kids and Queen Elizabeth, he missed the Commonwealth Day service to go on that lad ski trip. They sent Prince Harry to Paris to smooth the public backlash over. Oh my God, I don't remember all of that. Calamity, both big and small, old and new, for beneath her immaculate hair and cemented on smile, one imagines that Duchess must be seething. Let me see. Beneath her immaculate hair and cemented on smile, one imagines that Duchess must be seething. Photographs and her idiotic husband partying on a skiing trip have been scrutinized by millions. Picture earlier this month. Boy, you see, the thing is that there is no consequences after their stupid behaviors. They know everything will shrug under the rug. You could pause and read this. So this is where they sent Harry. Then Harry talk about it. No, maybe not. That's why they want Harry over there. Back in the fold. Who have thought that it would be a Larry Kid brother, Prince Harry, who did his bid for Queen and Commonwealth this week while Big Bro partied, pictured on Tuesday at the medal presentation for the 2nd Battalion with a Gurkha rifle. Okay, you guys could pause and read. Yeah, they sent him to clean up on aisle 5. You truly cannot overstate the difference in press tone pre-late 2016 and early 2017. The courtier were very upset with William and Kate. The first article is from July of 2015. There's that entertainment. There's the link of it. March of 2016 and March of 2017. People should be outraged. Her Majesty the Queen was supposed to be stepping back after a long life of working beyond full-time. Kate should have... Okay, it continues. Kate should have outraged William as lifelong heir apparent. Should have been easing the workload of Queen Elizabeth II, was 89 in 2015, Will 32 and Kate 33. 2015, Queen Elizabeth II, 341 engagements, William 131, Kate 62. In 2016, Queen Elizabeth II, 332, William 193, Kate 138. 2017, the Queen 292, William 183, Kate 99. This is the thing with the squad. They keep receipt. This is why they don't like the squad. Queen Elizabeth did the workload of 2 people at an advanced age, 57 years older than William in 2015. In 2025, King Charles III at 76, fighting cancer, did 532 engagement. William did 202. Kate did 68. She announced she was in remission in January of 2025. Let's not forget as well, I think not too long after Charles became king, they removed some of the things that the Queen used to support. What do they call them? Patronages. They removed some of those. Right? Let me look it up. Alright, so this is what I asked Google. When King Charles became king, did the palace remove some of the Queen's patronages? The answer is yes. Buckingham Palace reviewed and dropped several of the late Queen Elizabeth II patronages after King Charles took the throne. Following a major review, the King and Queen relinquished support for nearly 200 charities. Okay? I told you, I do recording almost every day. Almost. I didn't do any yesterday. So he removed some of them. Okay, what was dropped? Of the 492 organization Queen Elizabeth II was patron of at the time of her death, the King and other royal relinquished association with over 100 groups in order to manage a more consolidated list. Specific endings, King Charles notably declined to take on specific patronage held by late Queen, such as Royal Pigeon Racing Association and the National Flying Club. They kill them, they hunt them. What was retained taking over? King Charles and Queen Camilla personally, Queen Consort, personally retained or took over the majority, around 376 of the late Queen's patronages, such as the Royal British Legion. Many others were delegated to other working royals. Alright, so that's that. And I think Harry spoke about there were a lot of patronages that the royal family take on, but for him, for Harry on the other hand, he only focused on things that were he's passionate about. I think I have that part. Here it is.
So you're affiliated, as many in your family are, with many, many charities. You're patrons of certain organizations. I read that you have about 15 charities that you're affiliated with. Your brother and sister-in-law have about 35, but that's less than some other members of your family, right? You all are doing it a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So how do you focus?
So,
And tell us, that by contrast, how many charities might other royals be affiliated with in different generations?
Hundreds. My grandmother had to rewrite the rule books to a certain extent. My father, my mother have also done it their way, and now we're the younger generation coming through, trying to do it our way, because the world has changed so much. We believe that by streamlining and by bringing people together in order to effect real positive change is the only way forward. And it worked for previous generations, and we will always say yes to becoming patron of a charity that we believe in and that we're incredibly passionate about. But I think in today's world, you have to be involved with things that make sense to where your passions lie, rather than potentially turning up to a charity once a year. I don't think that's necessarily beneficial to anybody.
But when Meghan, if some of you were paying attention, when Meghan was working royal, because the Queen was giving Meghan some patronages, like let's say, the thing about acting, things that was meaningful to her, like the dog, I don't know, rescue dogs. They have a term for it. I'm just describing it. Okay, Meghan were getting some of these. What the other royals were doing, they were looking into numbers, how many patronages they have in comparison to quality. Harry and Meghan were focusing on quality, what they're passionate about. But the others were worrying about the numbers. Oh, I have so many patronages here, patronages there. Even Kate, she had some patronages where she never stepped in. But when Meghan was over there doing good with her patronage, she went to one of them, and then the guy was there. It's been so long since you stopped in. Here's the video. Alright, these people, they don't care. It's just about performative. Alright, so let's leave that alone and move on. If Harry and Meghan, oh shoot, if Harry and Meghan were over there, they would have pretend to do something. But now they don't care. I had to pause because the link wasn't there. I had to search for it. Okay, so this is Mike Tindall. This is Erica talking about the Mike Tindall situation. Mike Tindall, you Shrek looking mother sucker. So there's the word here. Okay, I can't read the rest. Too many profanities. The only thing that you've accomplished in this life is growing out that big ass forehead of yours. Oh my God, I can't mess with the squad. Okay, 1 minute and 37 seconds.
Mike Tindall is right. England, you do miss the old Prince Harry. You miss the reckless, always under the influence.
That's right.
Fighting, a mess. Third wheel to Will and Kate. You miss that Prince Harry, don't you? Because that Prince Harry represented what a lot of you were and still are. You haven't grown. You're stuck. You see a man who said, I'm going to do better, not just for myself, but for the woman that I love, because I don't want to lose her. So, after already cleaning himself up, he sought more therapy. He started encouraging other men to do the same so that they can be better husbands, brothers, sons, just overall people in life. He called out his racism in the past and even spoke about how that is detrimental still to this day. And you all beat him up for that.
That's right.
You hate that he loves her. You hate that he loves this woman who is not white, who is not British. You fucking hate it. Well, too bad. Mike Tindall is exactly the man that you all deserve, and quite frankly, you need. You need this arrested development. You need this pighead behavior. You need this nasty ass man who cheats on his wife and makes a mockery out of everything you all claimed Meghan made a mockery out of.
That's what I'm saying. Even the wife was still with him. I'm like, self-respect. The moment that I saw that video, if I was her, I'll be that sad. self-respect. And then the ex, it allegedly, that he kissed, that's a lack of respect for his current wife right now. It's like many of these women have lack of self-respect, and then these men go ahead and do what they're doing because the women will allow it. This is why they don't like African American, because we have self-respect. All right, let's continue.
You got the people you deserve. Leave Prince Harry alone. He's too good for you. Bye.
Yeah, Harry spoke about it, where he said, what is it, where Meghan told him, you know, if you want to be with me, you have to change. Otherwise, that's it, she's moving on. Meghan was not impressed that he was a prince, he's this, he's that. No, the self-respect. The self-respect. And Harry was like, oh man, if I want to be with her, I better change. And he did what needs to be done to keep Meghan.
Why my wife saved me.
Yeah.
You know, I was stuck in this world.
Yeah.
And she was from a different world and
Yeah.
helped sort of draw me out of that. But none of the elements of my life now would have been possible without me seeing it for myself.
Yeah.
As we know, it's one of the, you know, it's hard to change. It's almost impossible to change other people.
Yeah.
But you got to start with changing yourself and allow that growth to happen. But yes, my partner is an exceptional human being, and I'm eternally grateful for the wisdom and the space that she's been able to give to me.
Well, there's an incident in the book where you kind of lose it. I think you lose your temper, and she says to you, you can't do that with me.
Mm-hmm.
I will not be with a person who does that.
Mm-hmm.
I will not have children with a person who does that.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to figure out what's going on inside yourself. And my wife, bless her soul, has always challenged me to, she wouldn't put up with anything less than my true self.
Mm-hmm.
And what a gift.
Mm-hmm.
And so relationships, but not just with spouses, but also with people who see you and accept you, such an important part of healing, I think.
And I needed that.
Yeah.
I really needed that. I needed that pushback. I needed that moment of, again, scared of losing her. And it was a real moment because of the question that she asked.
Yeah.
She said, is it because that was how you were brought up, or that you've experienced or seen or heard, you know, other people within your life speak to women like that? And it was like a light bulb moment. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from. Not an excuse.
No.
Just
An understanding.
Of how these things manifest themselves and how we are so much a product of our own upbringing.
There's so much people could learn from both Harry and Meghan. For the men, a lot can be learned from Harry. Oh, there's no comment. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay. From this point on, I'm gonna start a new video because I'm exactly 30 minutes now. Okay, so this is part 2.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
We ask for forgiveness and please come back.